why it isn't bad to drink a cup of coffee a day. This video will be a brief discussion in defense of daily consumption of small doses of caffeine. Worldwide, experts estimate that people consume around 2.25 billion cups of coffee per day. The composer J.S. Bach spoke for a lot of us with his coffee cantata lyric, "Without my morning coffee, I'm just like a dried-up piece of roast goat." Americans drink 400 million cups of coffee per day, or 146 billion cups each year. Turns out that it's good for more than jump-starting our mornings or keeping us awake during meetings. A lot of recent research suggests that coffee offers a host of potential health benefits. This incredibly complex beverage contains more than 1,000 compounds that can affect the body. The most commonly studied are caffeine, a nervous system stimulant, that's known to have positive cognitive effects, and polyphenols, antioxidants that can help slow or prevent cell damage. Over the last several decades, coffee has been among the most heavily studied dietary components. And the news is mostly good. Moderate coffee consumption, 3 to 4 cups per day, has been linked with longer lifespan. In fact, a November 2015 study in Circulation found that coffee consumption was associated with an 8 to 15% reduction in the risk of death, with larger reductions among those with higher coffee consumption. Other studies have found that coffee drinkers may have a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, including heart attack, heart failure, and stroke, type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, uterine and liver cancer, cirrhosis, and gout. Early research on coffee didn't always take into account that heavy coffee drinkers also tended to use tobacco and be sedentary. When newer studies adjusted for such factors, they found a possible association between coffee and decreased mortality. The bottom line? Your coffee habit is probably fine and may even have some benefits. It boosts creativity, reduces anxiety and hopelessness, and makes work more enjoyable. It reduces the perpetual sense of fatigue that haunts you all your waking hours despite sleeping more than enough already. It makes you faster, smarter, motivated, enthusiastic, rational, centered and present, and reduces the unexplained mental fog. It dramatically increases your energy and endurance. And the feeling of being lost. It makes the decision-making process way easier and less exhausting. Actually, it makes it become more fun. Many controlled studies in humans show that coffee improves various aspects of brain function, including memory, mood, vigilance, energy levels, reaction times, and general mental function. A growing body of research shows that coffee drinkers, compared to non-drinkers, are less likely to have type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, and dementia, have fewer cases of certain cancers, heart rhythm problems, and strokes. Coffee could help you solve problems. Whether it's something at work or something in your personal life, don't do any problem solving until you have coffee in hand. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found drinking it up can give your brain a major boost, making it easier to figure things out. Coffee can enhance your performance. There's no need to try anything crazy. The only performance enhancer you really need is coffee. Research has shown its ability to give workouts a boost and increase athletic performance, and that's exactly why you'll find so many Olympians drinking it. One report from the journal Applied Physiology, Nutrition, and Metabolism found the majority of the 20,686 Olympic athletes analyzed had caffeine in their urine. Studies show that coffee drinkers have a much lower risk of several serious diseases. Several studies show that caffeine can increase fat burning and boost your metabolic rate. Several studies show that caffeine can boost your metabolic rate by 3 to 11%. Other studies indicate that caffeine can specifically increase fat burning by as much as 10% in obese individuals and 29% in lean people. Caffeine can increase adrenaline levels and release fatty acids from your fat tissues. It also leads to significant improvements in physical performance. Coffee contains several important nutrients, including riboflavin, pantothenic acid, manganese, potassium, magnesium and niacin. For some reason, coffee drinkers have a significantly reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. Studies observe that people who drink the most coffee have a 23 to 50% lower risk of getting this disease. One study showed a reduction as high as 67%. According to a large review of 18 studies, in a total of 457,922 people, each daily cup of coffee was associated with a 7% reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. Several studies show that coffee drinkers have up to a 65% lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. Studies show that coffee drinkers have a much lower risk of Parkinson's disease, with a risk reduction ranging from 32 to 60%. In this case, the caffeine itself appears to be beneficial, as people who drink decaf don't have a lower risk of Parkinson's. Interestingly, coffee may protect against cirrhosis. People who drink 4 or more cups per day have up to an 80% lower risk. Coffee appears to lower your risk of developing depression. In a Harvard study published in 2011, women who drank 4 or more cups of coffee per day had a 20% lower risk of becoming depressed. Coffee appears to be protective against 2 types of cancer, liver and colorectal cancer. Studies show that coffee drinkers have up to a 40% lower risk of liver cancer. Similarly, one study in 489,706 people found that those who drank 4 to 5 cups of coffee per day had a 15% lower risk of colorectal cancer. Coffee may cause mild increases in blood pressure by about only 3 to 4 mm mercury, which usually diminish over time. Contrary to common belief, coffee drinkers do not have an increased risk of heart disease. On the contrary, there is some evidence that women who drink coffee have a reduced risk, and have a slightly lower risk of stroke. Several studies show that coffee drinkers live longer and have a lower risk of premature death. In fact, coffee may be one of the healthiest beverages on the planet. Coffee is rich in powerful antioxidants, and many people get more antioxidants from coffee than from fruits and veggies combined. Drink a lot of coffee and you may head to the bathroom more often. Caffeine is a mild diuretic, that is, it makes you urinate more than you would without it. Decaffeinated coffee has about the same effect on urine production as water. Coffee is also associated with a lower risk of heart failure. Put the kettle on. A new study has found that drinking coffee, and plenty of it, is not harmful to the heart, as had previously been suggested. Researchers at Queen Mary University, London, found that drinking up to 25 cups of coffee a day was no worse for the arteries than drinking less than a single cup. A number of studies have linked coffee consumption to health problems, including bladder and pancreatic cancer. Studies performed more than 30 years ago suggested a potential link between coffee consumption and cancers of the bladder, pancreas, and possibly others. Since then, better research has largely refuted these concerns. In fact, some of the older studies raising red flags about a cancer link have since been used as examples of fishing expeditions and weak research methodology. In its recently released report, the World Health Organization has raised concerns that drinking coffee, or other beverages, at temperatures higher than 149 degrees Fahrenheit, may increase the risk of esophageal cancer. However, this is not unique to coffee. And drinking coffee at such high temperatures is unusual among most coffee drinkers in the U.S. Studies linking coffee consumption to cardiovascular disease have mostly observed it with higher consumption, well above 4 cups per day, and some of these studies did not account for smoking, which often accompanies coffee consumption, and is of course, an important cardiovascular disease risk factor on its own. Other concerns include modest and temporary elevations in blood pressure, and fast or abnormal heart rhythms. Coffee could help improve your coordination. Being coordinated is a true blessing, and if you could use some help in that department, you're not alone. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found the caffeine in coffee can actually enhance neuromuscular coordination, making your brain send messages to your muscles faster. That helps with a lot of things, tripping on random cracks in the sidewalk included. Coffee could help you burn more calories. There still needs to be more research between coffee and weight loss, but it could help you burn more calories during the day. Because caffeine increases energy use whether you're at rest or not, the Mayo Clinic suggests it stimulates thermogenesis, which is just one of the ways you generate heat and energy from the food you're digesting. Coffee could lower your risk of prostate cancer. According to a 2011 study, led by Harvard School of Public Health researchers, and published in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute, regularly drinking coffee could lower your risk of developing prostate cancer, because its compounds do everything from reducing inflammation to regulating insulin. Coffee can help reduce depression. If drinking a cup or two of coffee tends to make you feel good mentally, there's a reason for that. A 2013 study, published in the World Journal of Biological Psychiatry, found drinking coffee actually acts as a mild antidepressant, by boosting feel-good neurotransmitters in the brain. After examining 44,000 men and 74,000 women, they found a few cups of brew reduced the risk of suicide by 50%. Coffee could make physical activity feel easier. Have you ever found walking up the stairs to your apartment is a whole lot easier with caffeine in your system than it is without it? There's a reason for that. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found coffee can decrease the sense of effort that's associated with physical activity, making regular tasks, or working out, not feel as awful. Coffee could help your hair grow. In a 2007 study, published in the International Journal of Dermatology, researchers found caffeine could be a potential hair growth stimulant for men with androgenetic alopecia, a common type of hair loss. In fact, the growth of the hair follicles that were treated with caffeine increased 46%, and the life cycle of the hair was extended by 37%. Coffee could help reduce gout. A 2007 study, published in Arthritis and Rheumatology, found long-term coffee consumption could help decrease your risk, because of its ability to decrease the levels of uric acid in the bloodstream. Coffee could decrease your risk of multiple sclerosis. Don't feel bad about those days you drink a little too much coffee. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Neurology, Neurosurgery, and Psychiatry found drinking a high consumption, we're talking more than 4 a day, can help reduce your risk of multiple sclerosis, a disease that causes the immune system to attack the protective covering of the nerves in the brain, spine, and eyes. And not just a little, by 31%. Coffee could help protect your eyes. Want to keep your eyes healthy? Just drink some coffee. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that it can significantly help prevent retinal degeneration, which can result in everything from impaired vision and night blindness to light sensitivity. Coffee could help reduce chronic pain. Does staring at a computer all day constantly make your neck and shoulders ache? It turns out coffee might help reduce that work-related chronic pain. A 2012 study published in BMC Research Notes found 40% of the participants who had a daily cup of coffee felt less intensified pain than those who didn't drink coffee. Coffee could help protect against heart failure. A 2012 study published in the journal Circulation, Heart Failure, found drinking 1 or 2 cups each day could protect against heart failure, decreasing the risk by 11%. Coffee could help suppress your appetite. Do you tend to eat less breakfast when you're drinking coffee with it? That could be because caffeine might suppress your appetite, not for long, but enough to make you feel less hungry for a while, says the Mayo Clinic. A small 2014 study, published in the European Journal of Nutrition, found drinking coffee regularly significantly reduced the oxidative damage in the body's white blood cells, which can hurt your DNA. Coffee can keep your brain strong as you age. No one wants to get into their older years and start experiencing mental decline, and coffee can help keep your brain strong. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found those who drank as little as 1 or 2 cups every day were less likely to experience mild cognitive impairment than those who didn't drink coffee. Coffee could make you move better. As we get older, we start to move a little slower, but coffee can help perk you back up. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found drinking coffee actually enhances motor performance, making you move easier and better throughout the day, whether you're gardening, handling business at the office, or doing some laundry. Coffee can help improve your reaction time. Feeling a little slow lately? All it might take to get your body back to working at a normal pace is a little coffee. A 2005 study from the Radiological Society of North America found it doesn't take much, just a couple cups, to improve your reaction time, making you better at everything, from noticing something scary like smoke in your home, and realizing you need to grab the fire extinguisher ASAP, to braking your car for a stop sign. Coffee could help you concentrate and focus. If you're having issues staying on task, try making yourself a cup of coffee. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found it has a serious impact on cognitive function and can help you concentrate and better focus on whatever task is at hand. Coffee could make you feel more energized. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found caffeine has a big impact on your energy levels. Not only does it increase your daily energy expenditure, aka the amount of calories you burn each day, but it also increases how much energy you have available in the first place, as well as how energized you actually feel. Yep, basically energy overload. Coffee can help increase your blood flow. One quick way to get your blood flowing properly is to drink some coffee. According to a 2015 study, published in the Journal of Pharmacological Sciences, caffeine increased blood flow by 30% during a 75-minute period, and it only took a cup. The decaffeinated version, on the other hand, didn't have the same effect. Coffee could help decrease mental fatigue. After one too many long nights at the office, it's not uncommon to experience mental fatigue. In addition to getting your mental health back on track, to make sure it doesn't lead to more serious health problems, drink some coffee. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found caffeine can help decrease the exhaustion you're feeling by perking your body up. Coffee could make you feel more alert. Sure, your meeting at work is super boring, but when you have to pay attention to presentations that seem to never end, coffee will become your BFF. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found coffee can help increase alertness, making it much easier to give all your focus, without drifting off into another daydream. Coffee could help your decision-making skills. It doesn't matter if you're trying to choose between holiday gifts for your family, or make important financial decisions. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found that caffeine in coffee can help increase the ability to make correct decisions, so grab a cup the next time you're struggling. Coffee is a huge source of antioxidants. In fact, according to a 2005 study, conducted by researchers at the University of Scranton, coffee is the #1 source of antioxidants in the human diet. Yes, even over wine and tea. Aside from the caffeine giving you an early morning energy buzz, those high levels of antioxidants can help protect your body from damage caused by free radicals, as well as fight off disease. Coffee could make you feel more awake. It's probably coffee's most well-known benefit, and also one of its best. A 2010 review in the journal Nutrition found that caffeine in coffee can help make even the most tired brain feel more awake, by blocking the chemical adenosine, which makes you sleepy. Basically, tiredness doesn't even stand a chance. Coffee can help boost your mood. Coffee not only helps work as a mild antidepressant, but it also helps prevent mood swings, making you feel happier overall. A 10-year-long 2011 study, published in JAMA, found that caffeine in your cup helps control your mood, via the neurotransmitters in your brain, releasing dopamine and serotonin, that gives you that amazing high-on-life feeling. Coffee could help make you smarter. In need of a brain boost? Grab some coffee. Thanks to the caffeine in your mug, you could experience an increase in mental performance, says a 2010 review published in the journal Nutrition. Whether you're trying to learn something new or figure something out, sipping on your go-to brew will make a difference. Coffee can give your memory a boost. The mental benefits of coffee go on, and one of the best benefits is its ability to give your memory a boost. In a small study from the Radiological Society of North America, researchers found 2 cups of coffee was able to boost participants' short-term memory skills, because of caffeine's ability to have an effect on higher brain function. Improves cognition. It is widely known that coffee helps sharpen your mental focus and increase concentration by stimulating the brain with caffeine. While this can sometimes result in a mental crash if too much is consumed, a regular process of drinking it has been shown to protect the cognitive health and prevent mental degradation as we age. Reduces depression. The natural effects of coffee can do wonders for someone suffering from depression. It has even been connected to a reduced occurrence of suicidal tendencies. It lights up the mood and relieves stress, thereby improving your quality of life. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.